doctor said 3 words that ended her old life. You won't walk. Not, it will be difficult. Not, it will take time. Won't. She was 24 years old, a dancer since the age of 6. Every dream she'd ever built lived in her ability to move. Then, on one rainy Tuesday night, everything changed. A car accident shattered her future in seconds. Doctors believed they were preparing her for reality. What happened over the next 8 years would challenge everything they thought they knew, and it would lead to a moment no one in that hospital room could have imagined. Her name was Amara. Before the accident, she was preparing for the biggest audition of her life, a prestigious dance scholarship. Years of training had brought her to that moment. Then came the crash. She woke up 3 days later in a hospital bed. The first thing she noticed wasn't pain, it was silence. No sensation, no movement, nothing below her waist. The spinal damage was severe. The specialists were careful, compassionate, and honest. Based on everything they knew, the chances of walking again were extremely small. The message was clear. Build a new life around what remains. For a while, she tried. She learned how to navigate life in a wheelchair. She learned how to smile when people said they were sorry. She learned how to listen when others told her to focus on what she still had. But some nights, after everyone had gone home, she stared at the ceiling and wondered if her life had already reached its ending at 24. 18 months after the accident, another specialist reviewed her case. He didn't promise a miracle. He didn't tell her everything would be okay. Instead, he said something she had never forgotten. Sometimes permanent means we've run out of treatments. It doesn't always mean we've run out of possibilities. It wasn't a guarantee, but it was enough. That sentence didn't heal her spine. It changed her mindset. For the first time in months, she stopped asking whether recovery was likely. She started asking whether it was still worth trying. Her answer was yes. Quietly, without announcing it to anyone, she made a decision. 1 hour every day, no matter what. No promises, no expectations, no audience, just effort. Not because she believed success was certain, because she refused to spend the rest of her life wondering what might have happened if she had tried. The next several years weren't inspiring, at least not while she was living them. They were repetitive, frustrating, painfully slow. Year 2 brought the smallest sign of progress, a twitch in her left foot. Doctors weren't sure it was voluntary, but it was enough to keep going. Then came Year 3, and a setback that nearly broke her. A serious complication forced her out of therapy for months. Progress vanished, strength disappeared. The little momentum she had fought for seemed gone. For the first time, she considered quitting. Not for a day, not for a week, forever. But eventually, she returned, 1 hour at a time. Year 4. She stood for 4 seconds while gripping parallel bars. Her entire body shook. 4 seconds. Most people wouldn't celebrate that. She did. Year 5 brought another disappointment. A therapist gently suggested she might be approaching the limits of what her body could recover. The words echoed in her mind for weeks. Maybe this is as far as I go. Maybe this is enough. But every time she considered stopping, one thought kept returning. If there is even a small chance, I want to meet the version of myself who kept going. So she continued. Year 6. 1 step, just one. Unsupported, unsteady, and immediately followed by a fall. She hit the floor, sat there, and laughed through tears. Because for the first time in 6 years, she had taken a step. The next day she tried again, and again, and again. No cameras, no headlines, no applause, just thousands of ordinary decisions nobody saw. 8 years after the accident, Amara walked into a dance studio, alone. No crowd, no reporters, no celebration, just a room she had imagined for years. On the table sat a playlist. At the top was a song she hadn't heard since the night of the audition she never got to attend. She pressed play. The music began. For a moment, she stood completely still. 8 years of pain, 8 years of doubt, 8 years of work, all leading to a single decision. Then she moved, not perfectly, not like before, but she moved. A step, a turn, a slow rise. A body once declared permanently limited, now moving to music again. And as tears filled her eyes, she realized something. The greatest victory wasn't that she could dance. It was that she had become the kind of person who never stopped trying. She didn't dance to prove anyone wrong. Not the doctors, not the therapists, not the people who doubted her. She danced because she had spent 8 years refusing to let a prediction become a destiny. Somewhere between the setbacks and the small victories, between the falls and the first steps, she became stronger than the sentence that once defined her. Whatever you won't has been spoken over your life by a doctor, a parent, a failure, or the voice inside your own head. Remember this, a prediction is not an ending. An impossible has been wrong before. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs it today. And subscribe to NexGen Vision for more powerful stories of resilience, courage, and the extraordinary strength of the human spirit.